next one here, my personal favorite of the Solemn Brigade. Solemn Strike, go ahead and start us off. Konobandit.
Alright, I think Solemn Strike should be put at 1. And honestly, I say that because we don't even have Judgment. So, like the Solemn cards have always been really good. And I know that Solemn Scolding, it's not the best, but there are decks that can run Solemn Scolding and run it effectively, especially if you have the Guardian Ariadne. It's really good, and I think that should stay at 3. But Solemn Strike it's just so generic, the terms in which you can use it, and just stop someone's play altogether. I think it should be put at 1, just like Warning, and I feel like that would be fair.
I'm going to say it's at 2. Reason why is, again, I'm not a fan of Konami just, pure tradition, I don't want Konami just going from 3 to ban, or 3 to ban, but 3 to 1 I'm okay with this, but 2 is fine. It is a trap, it is slow, it is a counter trap, so it's got a little speed spell. Well, I do agree that the life point count, 15 is not a lot, but let's pretend you're playing somebody and they bring out 2 strikes on you. They burn your 2 strikes and they've knocked down 3k of their life points. So I think with that, if they're running another Warning, they're already at that kind of disadvantage. Do they want to keep running that or not? So I think just try it 2. Let's see if it's decent, because while it's the lowest one, it's not Judgment, you're right, but Judgment's just too broken.
Oh yeah, it's
broken. So I think try it 2, see if it's good. There's also a lot of people, obviously going super competitive, people have 3 of them, but some low tier people can only afford 1 or 2. So
I get you. To counter back at that, I think the life point cost in itself, if someone was really worried about their life points going like that, then the keeping it at, like, having it at 3, people aren't, if you're having it at 3, you are not worried about your life points whatsoever. You're confident that you're going to beat your opponent in such a quick turn. And even having it at 2, that's still, like, people aren't scared of taking 3,000 damage, especially if they have 2 of those. They're not scared because they are confident in their deck that they are going to beat that person the next turn. And just bringing up Guardian Ariadne again, I've actually seen people just run the Guardian Ariadne so they don't take the damage. And that's another reason why I think it's just ridiculous to have a 3, and 2 is still too much in my opinion.
my last thought, 3 I think is too much, 2 I think is perfect, but also it's one of the very few counter traps that we have that will target activation in the graveyard. Because this is when the card is activated or summoned, you can chain it and destroy it. Now, of course, if a card's being special summoned, you're doing a tricks, Perform Mage Trickster coming back, you can solemn it. I wouldn't, but you can't. But you can't. But if you're doing another card that goes in the graveyard, you're playing Boojins for whatever reason, and hair goes off, you can Solemn Strike it. Playing Mermails. Solemn Strike to a Mermail player going in the water. That if it's discarding your Prince to bring out something, boom, or you're gunned, you're gonna cry. So I think that's really one of the very few cards that I can think of that's generic enough that can target the graveyard.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that one right here. Made some excellent points. You brought up a lot of this. It's a trap. Bottom line, it is a trap, so you need to activate it on your opponent's turn. You can't activate it. When you open it, it's gonna be dead during your first turn. You made some very good points. This trap is searchable. If you have the Guiding Ariadne plays,
that's a good point.
Yeah, counter fairies are a thing, and then
They're coming out with a structure deck. So
jeez.
You said Judgment's ban. He countered that. Judgment's OP, one of the best cards in the game. You also said that life points were an issue, so let it have it at 2. You brought that back very well, but saying that people play it at 3 and they don't care about life points. You won it over when you said that it is one of the few cards that can negate effects engrave and negate the hand traps.
That's good, yeah.
I hate try anything by hand traps, but you can strike the ash.
Yeah.
Sounds like really cool, like someone strike the ash. But
yeah, it's just definitely one of those things, and because you said that, I'm gonna give you the point for that.
That was real good.
One card that's banned to be at 3 that has not gotten an errata, so no Witch of the Black Forest here.
Which one we're both thinking.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, Chillfish, start us off.
I think Kaiser Coliseum, because even though yes, there is that Destiny Hero lock you can do. Where was Kaiser Coliseum's limitations when Boojins were a thing? I'm just saying. And I think that Kaiser Coliseum, we also never, I'll do the argument that I lost the card advisor argument, is we never saw Kaiser Coliseum be very broken recently to get banned. So bring it to, it might be doing something in the meta decks, but it's been really good with the rogue decks. Before it was banned, I was playing Masked Hero Gravekeepers because I can, and Kaiser Coliseum helped me keep a lot of things in control. So it'll bring rogue decks back to life. It'll do the resources, especially even though we think links are going to slow down. Links are going to pick speed really quickly. So I think Kaiser is kind of a good way to protect our own interest in that.
Okay. I would have to say Wavering Eyes. For a reason for that is with Link summoning coming out, we are not going to see pendulum decks as prevalent as anymore. So, but the thing is, if someone wants to run a pendulum deck, and I will say Performer Palace, fan favorite deck, a lot of people love Performer Palace. Like, I don't know
So
what
much
we're-
got in Emergency Banlist.
Yeah, exactly. But if you bring back Wavering Eyes, this deck, like, people will want to play Pendulums again. That deck, you could play Metal Foes if you want Cleaves, you mentioned earlier. And I think that would just bring a little spiciness to the game again, so that we could still see this format that people think are going to be dead, but bring it back to life in not a big way, but just a little bit here and there.
All right, now why shouldn't Wavering Eyes come back?
I was thinking about that when you were talking. Well, good point. I think Wavering Eyes should still stay. I mean, it could come back to 1, but I want, like, to my point, I want mine 1. Say ban, because you can be playing Pendulums by yourself, pop both your scales, do the search, do everything. It's not super solitaire card, but it doesn't need another player to work. So you can play by itself, get that effect up. I believe it's a quick effect too. So if it's up to MST something or tweet, you can chain, get the effect. You do a lot of plussing with it. And while I do agree that Pendulum are getting a massive nerf from the beginning, I just think it's not ready yet to get that big card out of it.
All right, Konobandit, why shouldn't Kaiser Coliseum go back to 3?
Honestly, he mentioned himself the whole aspect of having meta decks in the Kaiser Coliseum. I think that would just make decks that are already good even better. And I don't want to see those decks being better. And that's why I would say Wavering Eyes is better, because like a better choice, because that's just Pendulums. Those are decks that aren't. I don't even know if they're going to give support. Konami's going to help them out again. I don't know what's going to happen, but. You can use Kaiser Coliseum, you can't use Wavering Eyes with anything.
What's a meta deck that would benefit from Kaiser Coliseum?
What's a damn, I didn't even think about this.
I can think of 1. I'll put the answer below at the bottom. But
Crap.
Come on, you can get this.
Yeah, I can't even think right now.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna call time for that one. All right, one card that's banned.
Oh my gosh.
Masterpiece on by itself with a Kaiser.
All right,
I didn't think of it. So.
I was actually thinking about that, but you did not mention it, so I'm not gonna count it.
Yeah, my brain, it couldn't think fast enough.
All right, now
Not playing you not fast enough.
strangely enough, you guys are actually almost saying the same thing.
Yeah.
These cards are going to be they don't need to be banned. They're going to be helping rogue decks. Pendulums are going to be considered rogue. He brought up a very good point that if someone has a pendulum skill set and like they twin twister, you can chain Wavering Eyes to get a search. So that was a really good point. It's chainable.
Played a lot of games, only Pendulum player for a while, so I remember doing a lot of Wavering Eyes.
Well, honestly, the main point, the biggest one was that Wavering Eyes once upon a time was broken.
Absolutely.
Kaiser Coliseum was never broken. One card at 3 that has not topped to be banned. What card?
I'm an original. I'm following OCG. I'm saying Gofu.
All right, and what card?
Scapegoat.
Go ahead, Chillfish.
I'm reason why, because OCG's kind of already predicting it, and we're going to argue very similar points, I can tell. But it is a Link 3 monster right off the bat. But also, Gofu's a tuner. You can't tune with the tokens, mind you, but you can probably do some tuning stuff. Gofu's also a dark. You can Allure of Darkness it. It's a dark target for that. It's a Winged Beast, so for whatever reason, if you're not going to link with it, you can Icarus attack to spring on that. Tokens are definitely going to end up bringing the same thing, but tokens are very much good power in Link. Tokens are very good in a slow format because you have a wall with it. And for 1 monster to bring out a special summon, you have 3 monsters. It's a little busted in my opinion.
All right.
I would say Scapegoat's a little worse, because of that. Because you could have 4 tokens coming on the field for absolutely nothing. And it's also, I think it's a quick play, isn't it, Scapegoat?
It is a quick
It's a quick play. Okay, so like you said, get the wall, right? So even if you're not able to get the scapegoat out on your turn, if you want to buy some time, let yourself not die, you can use it just as a wall. And that's one way that it's good, especially since we won't be seeing as many cards on the field as usual. And with having 4 tokens, while you said there's 3 for yours, there's 4 for this one, you can go straight into Decode Talker and then go into another 2, not Decode Talker. I think that's effect monsters. But
You can go to a link 3.
But you can go into a link. You can go to link 3 and then go into a link 1 if you want, and then you could go, or you could do a link 2 and a link 2. I don't know the exact cards that you would have to use the combo for that, but I know that is going to be possible with Scapegoat, and I see people online already using Scapegoat to their advantage.
I want to say to counter that is the reason why GoFu should be banned more is I got 3 argument. I think GoFu should ban more only because it doesn't eat up your normal summon. It is a monster. Mm-hmm. So while yes, you could do the 2 tokens, you could go GoFu to whatever you want normal summon, create 1 link monster out of the 2 normals, create another link monster out of the 2 tokens. You can go into 2 monsters or just 1.
Alright, really quick.
And I think it's searchable maybe by Black Wings.
Oh, that's a very good point. Now, for this one, Scapegoat's 4 tokens, here is 2 tokens, right?
2 tokens and a monster though.
Okay, why is GoFu better than 2 tokens? Why is 2 tokens better than GoFu?
I think the tokens are better because he brought up a point about how you can still normal summon, because Scapegoat is obviously a spell card. So you can still normal summon, and you can go use 2 of those tokens if you want, and then you could go off and do 2 special summons if you want, with not like the extra deck, but, well, obviously one, you go into your link monster, but then you can go into 2 other effect monsters or normal monsters if you want, and just continue your plays and keep going. Now, you did say that GoFu, you could still normal summon, but it's 1 less. That's what I think makes Scapegoat better.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, why is 1 GoFu better than 2 tokens?
1 GoFu better than 2 tokens. What do you mean by 2 tokens? He brings that forward with that.
Because GoFu,
Brings 2 tokens?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so 2.
He has 2 more tokens than you, but you have a GoFu.
Yeah, you have a GoFu. So you have 3 monsters, but one of them is GoFu.
Because it can be special summoned. No, I'm thinking of ways to not be bad. You got me on that one. Okay, I think you won this one, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I was definitely leaning towards you. So,
twice.
1 spell or trap removal to be back that is currently banned.
I say Harpy's Feather Duster, and I say that because even though you're destroying all the cards on the field, all the spell and traps
Your opponents.
on your opponent's side, I mean, my bad. It's not as okay, nothing's fair in obviously destroying all the cards, but in my opinion, I think that because of the Harpy's Feather Storm that just came out, and it says it lets you search that, I don't understand why they would release this card and not bring it back to at least 1. Like, never put it at 3, but bring it to at least 1, and I think that would be okay, especially with all the back row that we have with all of the songs and all that stuff, and any other counter traps or anything else. Really, it would really help the game, especially someone who can't really do their plays unless all the back row's gone.
While I will say I was very mad that he picked Harpy's Feather Duster first, because I'm an avid Harpy player who loves the secret rare Harpy Feather Duster. I can't argue for that. The reason why I'm going to say though, Heavy Storm should come back to 1 is because it is balanced. You get your spells traps destroyed. I get my spell and traps destroyed. It nukes everything, and everyone gets punished by that. It's kind of like Dark Hole versus Raigeki. What is the more balanced card? Dark Hole is the more balanced because technically speaking, both players are going to take a damage from it. And the thing is too is that you can, even on Feather Duster, everything can still be chained by traps. But I feel like if you're going to do this, destruction thing, Heavy Storm straight, everyone gets punished. Because what if you're playing against if you're playing True Dragos, would you want them to have access to destroy your field spell and your stuff?
Of course not.
Versus, if they're playing Heavy Storm, they go, I'm going to pop my own cards, but at least I'm nuking yours too. It's a fair versus, hey, I'm going to pop everything. I already have Diagram and my Kaiser Cross aim with my Masterpiece, Guys, got something back. But all that kind of stuff. So that's like one argument that it's a more balanced card.
Just to counter that, I don't think you should have brought up that Rageki's not banned, because using Regeki, you're just destroying your opponent's monsters. So Konami deems that as fair, just destroying all the monsters on your opponent's field. So what makes it not fair to use Harpy's Feather Duster to destroy your opponent's back row instead? Now, with that being said also, is that it doesn't matter if you're using Heavy Storm if you have nothing on your side of the field. You see that all the time with Dark Hole. People will use Dark Hole just to destroy your opponent's side, then they'll go in and do all their stuff. And at the end of the day, if Konami sees Regeki as being fair, why is Harpy's Feather Duster not fair?
Can I make one final point?
All right, go ahead.
You said this yourself. You can't search Heavy Storm. You can't search Harpy's Feather Duster.
Still the point. One card to put at 1 in Dinosaurs. We are picking one card to put at 1 so it can be a more balanced deck. Chillfish, go ahead and start us off.
I'm going to say Baby Ceratosaurus. Now, why Baby Ceratosaurus versus Petit Pterodon is because Petit Pterodon you can't attack. And dinosaurs, and you play dinosaurs, you know this, they're just powerhouses. You're charging through everything, you're destroying everything. With Baby Ceratosaurus, you can pop it with any means on the planet, and you special summon a monster and you can attack with it. Now, of course, Petit Pterodon, you still search your Oviraptor and do this kind of plays, but if you do Baby Sarah, you can attack with it. But if you do Petit Pterodon to, turn on Affinity, it can't attack. So the big thing is to limit the attack that these cards are already pushing towards. These monsters are already big powerhouses. Let that a chance to pop and special and attack with it.
Okay. Since he just said I play True King Dinos, and I honestly think that the biggest problem that makes the deck so good is Oviraptor. Reason saying that is because you get a free search. Like, you get to get anything you want. And if you have enough monsters in your graveyard already, you can just get your big boss monster out, and then you immediately summon him that turn. It doesn't matter. Or you can get your miscellaneous Saurs, throw it in the graveyard, do all some sorts of shenanigans with that. If you have a baby or a petite on the field, you can pop that and then go in the graveyard, bring something else out. You could even Xyz with those two, get your Lagia out, and there's just too many possibilities. You could also be comboed with Lost World. I know many people don't play Lost World, but I'm poor, so I can't afford Dragon.
Lost World's a great, but Lost World's actually Lost World,
you give your opponent a token because you just summoned the Oviraptor, right? You can target that token, and then instead of destroying that token, you can destroy a card in your hand, deck, or on field, and then you could just keep going and going on your plays. Like, it's ridiculous that you can just do that from that. I know that's Lost World's effect, but it works perfectly with Oviraptor, and I think that's why the card was even made in the first place, to have that synergy with Oviraptor.
But what card are you gonna pop when you attack into that token? You can Baby Ceratosaurus, because you want to go into another attack. That's not a argument.
See, okay, what I have to say to that though is the Dino deck. It has a lot of survivability, in my opinion, because of miscellaneous Saurs. If you're searching for that miscellaneous Saurs and your opponent's like, all right, Dark Hole, nope, miscellaneous Saurs, you just destroyed your own monsters, sucks for you, kind of thing like that. And I know that with Baby Ceratosaurus, you can get any card that's 4 or lower, but it doesn't. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because you're gonna burn through your resources so fast that you can use the petite. Like, say you pop your one baby, right? You pop that baby, and then you could just use the petites to get your other level 4s that you want out instead. It doesn't really matter, because the deck has enough survivability and speed that you could use the petites instead of the baby, and you could even survive for that turn that you're saying you can't attack with. It doesn't really matter. And like I said, the Oviraptor has just so many capabilities compared to just the one that the Baby Ceratosaurus.
All right. One of the points that you were making was that the reason why you banned Baby versus Petit Pterodon is because you could be attacking with a Baby Ceratosaurus, to which you said you don't have to attack, you can make Xyz and do negating stuff, and that was the one that really took the win for me. I'm granting you the points now. Alright, guys, let's get a little bit political in here. Alright?
It's never a good idea.
One card off the ban list that will make pendulums great again. Go ahead and start us off. Konobandit.
Monkey board. It has its effects are so good. Its monster effect and its pendulum effect so good. And honestly, you could even have it at 1, and I think that's still fair. And it brings a lot of opportunities for you to bring out your pendulum monsters and be able to beat your opponent before they destroy everything, and you can only summon 1 from the extra deck at this point. So if you're lowering the levels of your own monsters so that you can get them out easier because of the scales, I think it just helps. It helps any perform power or odd ice deck. It just helps them out 100%. 3 too, yeah.
Alright.
Monkey board just got back on. Monkey board was just banned. If you know how it's been banned for a long time, it's on no love. Perform Plush Fire, which would make the deck so much more fun. Those like Mister plays, the synchroing, the fact that you take some damage. I think Plush Fire is just a better card because it's perfect to bring back the power, but it's not broken like Monkey Board. It's not a scale 0. Monkey Board's a scale 0, super broke. Plush Fire is a 5. It is a 4, so it does have access, but Pendulums are kind of losing their thing. And the fact that Pendulums are going to lose their ability to spam from the extra deck, Plush Fire, you can take 500 and you can special this card and bring out other Plush Fires. So you can kind of recoup that extra deck flooding without having to use the extra deck.
Well,
dice drop. That's all I
just to say to that, the whole topic is how to make pendulums great again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to make pendulums great again, like you said, I do agree Plush Fire has great effects, but pendulums as a whole would benefit, in my opinion, with Monkey Board more. Because of that, because like he said, the scale 0, that just helps the deck out 100%, speeds it up, lets you get everything out that you want, and that's all I have to say. I honestly think it'd be the best card.
We're gonna have one guy in the comments yelling back Kieran. Kieran can stay banned.
Yeah. All right. Now, the topic was one card off the ban list that will make pendulums great again. One thing that you said was Monkey Board's too broken.
It is too broken.
That wasn't the argument.
No, it is though. I'm gonna say honestly, it is too broken. Okay. I have lost my fight, but I'm gonna stick with my decision.
Because of that,
and it just got on Banlist. Plush Fire has not been on the Banlist.
All right, I'm giving Konobandit here the point here. All right, so I'm gonna count with the points here really quick. Chillfish, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Konobandit, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn.
Oh my god. This is unscripted. This is real fear in my eyes right now.
Alright.
Wavering eyes, unwavering.
So, this is perfectly for our last question of the day. Last topic here. Now, this is a 2-in-1, okay? This question is, what is the best deck after the next ban list we are going to receive? The 2-in-1 is what's going to be the best because you think they're not going to get hit, or you think they're going to be the best because everything else got hit. What is it going to be? This is going to be a 2-point. You need to provide why your deck's the best and why you think that they won't get hit. Neither of them have picked 2 Dracos. No one picked Zodiac because they're in agreement that those 2 decks are going to get hit to the point where other decks will be played. Well, now whether discussion that one of these ones might get hit, we don't know. So, Chillfish, go ahead.
I think the one that's going to definitely overpower the other deck, because I think the true Kings are going to get hit versus true Dracos is Dinos. I think Dinos are going to be the powerhouse coming out the gate. Even if something gets, let's pretend that you since you won, let's say Override gets limited to 1. You can still do, even Dragon Doggram gets limited to 1. You can still do somebody plays with Lost World that 500 attack less on your opponents too, not just the token, that can really make or break a game. In fact, they are just straight powerhouses. They have, I don't think this is going to get banned, they have that, the big evolution pill that you bring up anything. They even have the Transcending Space-Time card, I'm butchering the name, with the 2 babies, and now it does need you to banish other things, but if you have a deck such as Dinos, which can utilize multiple engines, It can even utilize a Zodiac engine to keep it going. It can even utilize a lot of hand traps very well. You're going to really, literally overpower the competition. And they have such a, I wouldn't say a great bounce back from loss, but they do have a great consistency. And they do use your resources very well. And they are still giant monsters to get over. Big Rex is no joke. It's 2K 4-star.
All right. I honestly have to say ABCs. The reason I say this, for one, is we see in the OCG currently right now that ABCs are coming back into the meta. People are playing ABCs. They're finding new ways to do combos with the link monsters that have been sent out, and obviously using the big boy ABC Buster. And honestly, you only need one of him. And you could keep getting I don't know what the actual term for it is, but you put it back in your extra deck and then you bring out the other 3.
You tag out.
Yeah, you can tag out just basically whenever you want.
Doesn't that go to the grave or banish?
For clarification, when Buster tags out, he goes to grave.
Oh, he goes to grave. Yeah,
but you do have the recursion.
Yeah, exactly. You have the recursion. So I honestly think that it's a more powerful deck. Because say they get their Ultimate Conductor Tyranno out, you can just, if they don't have the miscellaneous source, you just get rid of that right away. It doesn't matter how much I know he brought up how Lost World makes you lose attack. It doesn't matter how much attack it has, it just gets rid of it. And that's the one thing I think it has over is the survivability, because without the miscellaneous source, the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno does not have survivability against anything other than its attack.
I want to argue one more point.
Yeah, keep
one more point. I think that for me, the dinosaurs are going to make more going to make better resources because they, like I said, they kind of a weird, unique ability. The fact that miscellaneous source, if you have a miscellaneous source in your hand, which you can search from over after, you have protection. Now it's only from effects, right?
Activated effects.
Activated effects.
Yeah,
so you can
the main phase only.
So you can protect it, but main phase 1, you protect it in case something goes wrong. You have, I had a great point earlier. There are a lot of Earths. Oh, there we go. It's hard, it's easy, I think it's easier to side against an ABC deck as opposed to a Dino deck. Because they're all machines. Sits them down, knocks it out of the park. They are lights. So Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, you're there. By themselves, they do have a lot of good effects. A and B and C are no joke. They are tricky monsters, I'll give you that much. But if you can overtake a few things, kind of attack one over and over again, lose the effect. Card you like to play against our friends, Macrocosmos. While granted, I would lose to Macrocosmos a little bit because I would be able to banish from miscellaneous source. My cards get destroyed, I get the effects, versus they go to the graveyard, I get effects. Yours are all graveyard based. And if you shut down a graveyard deck, that's that, versus dinos which don't have that. Dinos are harder to side out. I had a hard time siding against dinos. Not the True Kings and not the Zodiac, but the dinos were harder for me to side out.
Okay.
Now, really quick here, do you think dinosaurs are going to get hit?
I think that if dinosaurs are going to get hit, it is probably going to be more of the True Kings, the dinosaurs, like Diagram, because Diagram does slow down the deck a lot if it gets hit. But I think that all the dinosaur cards, I think the bigger problem is the other card going to get hit.
Alright, do you think that ABCs are going to get hit?
Not at all.
Do you think dinosaurs are going to get hit?
I do think they're going to hit. He mentioned the big evolution pill. I do think that that's going to be placed to 1 and then get banned altogether. It's just ridiculous the way that you're able to just get out Ultimate Conductor. Now I did mention that he doesn't have a lot of survivability because he has no effect to protect himself other than putting cards face down, but you're doing that. But you could just forbidden chalice yourself so that you can protect yourself from that. And I think, like we said earlier, I do think Odoraptor would get hit. Baby Ceratosaurus could get hit too. And that just makes the deck worse, in my opinion, than ABCs, which, like you just said, I don't think ABCs are ever going to get hit. I don't think so.
I agree that I don't get hit, but I just think that, like, currently though, and we agree that at the beginning, Zodiacs in True Dracos were a bigger,
they're definitely.
So I think that I'm more arguing, I guess, for pure with the hand traps dinosaurs.
Okay.
Because
now,
dinosaurs.
How do you think ABCs and how do you think dinosaurs are going to fare with the link rules?
Dinosaurs don't need an extra deck. We don't. Granted, ABCs only need just the Buster, which is true. But dinosaurs, if we want the extra deck monster, we can go into a Logia. maybe a Dolka. I love Dolka. Maybe a Dolka, but we can just survive with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. There are other big dinosaurs to tech in too, if you want to. Because if Pinkerton gets to bring out big 6 monsters, I'm not sure what other big monster, but if this is the Dawn of the Boss monster, dinosaurs have a higher ceiling to figure that out.
Now,
don't need the extra barrel.
Now, I think that with the link format, it's going to help the ABCs a lot more. The reason for that is you could run the gold gadget, silver gadget, you get them out. You could link summon some ridiculous link monster that that might be coming out soon, and then you can go into your buster, and now you have a link monster. Like, now you said that you don't need to use the extra deck, and I see that, but a lot of people are doing the Lagia, but I don't think people are going to be using that as efficiently if your main goal is to get out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Now, with the link monsters and having those be added and how the whole game pace is going to be changed, I do think that ABCs benefit more because they can do more and they could floodgate the field much quicker and make the link monsters rather than dinosaurs who at most get probably 3 monsters at a time out, and you're not going to usually go into extra deck because the monsters are different levels.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause this one right here. For those of you who have been noticing...
Right, I'm going to shake real quick.
Yeah.
This is the timer. He made great points on the ABCs.
Yeah,
And that's the ABCs.
Yeah.
The one thing that's both really good, though, that everyone can get access to, is they're both structure decks.
They are.
Yeah, for those of you who've been noticing, I've been taking notes, like, a lot.
Damn.
We're going to sell these on eBay later. Our sweat and tears on it.
But this was spouting out so many information. I wrote more notes here than I have in any two combined. Oh, man. Now, let me go ahead and say what you guys...
They both are better than what we're facing right now. Like, I hope that. Drew Dinosaur ages any day.
Yeah, so one thing that I will say what you guys have agreed on. You're probably not going to be using the extra deck. Maybe one Lagia or one Dolka.
Maybe, if you want.
If you want. And that's going to be if you can get them ones with the same level. Both you agreed that ABCs are not going to get hit on the Banlist. One thing that you did not mention that you literally just brought up right now, and this one would have been a good one, you didn't mention Kaijus. You searched them out for the ABC
Yeah,
Buster.
the ABC for the Buster, yeah. Kaiju.
So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to account that one.
Yeah, no,
Into the dogger end, yeah.
that Kaiju's would have been a good one on that.
Yeah, so, and then obviously what you missed, you can link with the pieces. You brought up a very good point that they have amazing things going into this new support that are probably not going to be getting hit, like Big Evolution Build and Big Rex. You brought up a good point, how you can banish stuff. Because the dinosaurs revolve around the graveyard as well, you can banish stuff. Brought up an excellent point about the recursion. Since both of you guys are agreeing that they're not going to get hit ABCs, then we can get rid of the whole one buster argument. You can tag out, you have another buster, 2 busters in extra deck, so you can just keep going into
Even if
it.
you don't have a lead monster, you don't have a lead monster, you only need 1 buster, really. That answers a lot of your problems. That's not broken, it's only 2 busters, but 1 does answer a lot of problems.
Now, my deciding factor for this one right here.
It's just
Yeah, my
right
deciding
after
factor was a very amazing portion. Was a very excellent point. We have already seen this before, Dinos and ABC in the OCG. Now, in the OCG, the best deck right now is True Dragos, just pure True Dragos.
with all their hits, everybody.
Yeah,
With all
yeah,
their
All
hits.
their hits, yeah.
Now, saying that, the second best one is Dinosaurs. Now, saying that, in the OCG, second best deck is Dinosaurs, or right around their Dinosaurs. Union Hanger, Terraforming, Buster are all that one in the OCG.
Buster's at 1 in the OCG?
Yep.
I didn't know that. New Terraforming and Hanger were at 1.
Yeah.
So saying all that, with all those things, and they are still topping, I am led to believe that if they have 3 of each, that ABCs will beat out the Dinos. So
Damn, I didn't even know that. I didn't know about Buster, but
Konobandit takes it
Oh,
for
man,
the
that
win.
was good.
introductory to the team.
That was
He
good,
makes it.
Alright, guys.
What do you guys think?
Oh, I hope you guys like this one. If you have some other topics, this was just a ban list. You want to give us some other ones?
Just want to start arguing with us in the comments.
Yeah.
I read the comments. I try to respond to them. As long as you're not saying, hey, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I will not respond to you. But other people, I will say that.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a long one. If you subbed through it, awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Thanks, guys.